Hello everybody and welcome back to the CD Toledo Youth Academy Challenge. It's the end of season, so let's dive in and see how it finished. Yes, hello everybody, welcome back, and it is the end of the 29-30 season. We are getting through this pretty rapidly, to be honest. I'm quite happy with our progress, but let's go and see how we got on. So, no new arrivals, obviously. Lots of loan outs, which is not a bad thing. I'm looking at Claudio Laro here. 40 appearances out on loan. That's going to do his development very well, accordingly. He's got a good average rating as well. But unsurprisingly, our under-21 English player, Mickey Reed, is up there with 18 appearances and the highest average rating on loan. So, who knows? Is he going to be in and around the first team next year? We'll have to have a little look after this. But lots of players generally doing okay on loan. A few went out, didn't get any appearances, but most of these have just gone out on loan. So we'll see what happens there. But this season results then, we actually finished 12th looking at the league table. So I was confident of us finish top half. We actually finished just below top half because there's 22 teams in the league, but 12th position, 42 games played, 55 points. I mean, it's still incredible, right? For Toledo to do that is just brilliant. We're meant to attempt to avoid relegation. Mr. Crimson Mori was our top goal scorer with 12. Generally, we've played pretty well in this season. I don't think there's too much to be upset about. A terrible end to the season, which we'll get onto in a minute, was awful. But in the Spanish Cup then, knocked out in the second round by Murcia, which was pretty disappointing, and they absolutely smashed us as well. So yeah, we won't hang around on that. Biggest win was 3-0 over Adarve with Crimson Mori, Lorente and Horlick getting the goals, or Liam Horlick, sorry, getting the goals. The match to remember was a 2-1 away win at Alaves, where we were 2-0 up. In the 90th minute, they scored a consolation goal. And then a 3-1 win over Cordoba saw the goal of the season being scored by Crimson Mori as he scored a thunderous free kick from 28 yards out. Now, the finances. This is probably the better bit for us. So, we've got 2 new sponsorship deals that are coming in for £201,000 a year, which is pretty good for us. We got a good deal with a one-year deal worth 190k, which is awesome. No change in rep so far, but the season's only just finished, so it hasn't ticked over yet. But look at this sponsorship. We've gone up from nothing to 1.04 million. Broadcast revenue, we've gone nothing to 4.8 million pounds. Corporate and hospitality is nothing to just over 100k. No competition prize money, but match day has gone up from not applicable to 260k. Selling shirts, Supreme Dave, Constantino, Crimson Mori, Uri Perez and Lorente. All 5 of those players will be hanging around for next year as well. And this is how we generally lined up. Palermo in goal, Paleo, Camero, Huertas, Neeson, Garrido, Perez, Jake Mills, Crimson Mori, Supreme Dave and Constantino leading the way up front. No outstanding performers getting like above a 7, but generally all doing pretty well. And fans player of the year, Mr. Crimson Mori. Young player of the year, Mr. Crimson Mori. Goal of the season, Mr. Crimson Mori. Top goal scorer, Mr. Crimson Mori. Most assists, Supreme Dave. Most player of the match awards, Mr. Crimson Mori. Highest average rating, Mr. Crimson Mori. And most passes completed per 90, Martin Huertas at centre back. Most goals by a player in a match, Mr. Crimson Mori with 3. Most goals by a player in a league match, Mr. Crimson Mori with 3. Worst discipline was Tito Paleo at right back. Uri Perez has the most league appearances by a player now with 219. And Constantino is our record league goal scorer with 59. But if Crimson Mori and Supreme Dave keep up their goal scoring runs, they will easily beat Constantino's numbers. So, yeah. There you go. But we started really well. We had a really good start to the season. The end of the season was pretty terrible. As you can see, loss after loss is how it says it on our timeline. So if we go and have a look at that, we'll have a little look. 5 losses in a row. We did not end the season well. The team, I think, sort of gave up as soon as our security was our relegation security was confirmed. We lost 2-0 to Albacete, 2-0 to Barcelona B, 3-2 to Almeria, 4-2 to Vallecano and 5-1 to Malaga in our last 5 games of the season, which was pretty dreadful. But that start was really good. I mean, we lost our opening game and then didn't lose for a good number of games. But generally, I'm very happy with how the season's gone. I'm not sure if we stick with this system, which suits us really well, or we go for, I don't know if I've got it loaded in, Monkey Wrench and Bring Out the Bubbles are the one we've got loaded in. So if we load in the Teflon Slip version 2, now if you're watching my streams or the Man United save, you'll know that this system is working relatively well, and I'm wondering if we could potentially use it here and see Maybe I'll give it a go in pre-season because it seems to be a very, very good system to use. But I am also very happy with how Noah's Ark is performing. We're wildly overperforming our expectations for the league, so I'm really not too worried about it. But, looking at the squad, we'll go in and just have a quick look at the squad. Then obviously they're all on holiday at the moment, but we have got Supreme Dave is still being a little bit moody. He has got some interest in him, but they are going to have to pay, well, it's £1 million is his release fee, and his value is now 1 million to 1.6, so that may be triggered. And then there's a question to be asked, to be like, obviously this Youth Academy Challenge has started because of how they run it in the forums. The Sports Interactive forums, the Youth Academy Challenge means only using players from your Youth Academy. Once you sell a player, you can't buy them back. It's just you have to keep only using players that are coming through your Youth Academy, not bringing people back. Let me know in the comments, what do you reckon if we tweak that rule a little bit and then we don't submit this? If we complete this task, complete this challenge and win the Champions League, at the moment as it stands, we can submit this into the forums and it would get on the Hall of Fame because we followed their rules and that's it. My tweak would be, we give up the ability to go onto the Hall of Fame, but say that we can buy players back who came through our Youth Academy. So I'm talking like, if Nicholas Myberg, who someone paid his release fee, we didn't actively sell him. If Nicholas Myberg became available to buy, potentially we buy him back. I don't know. Let me know down below. So then, having a review of the squad to see how things have gone. Our appearance makers at the top, Alphakov, 47 appearances, but I'm going to assume that is not in the first team because I haven't given you that many appearances in the first team. No, it's in the B team, so let's sort this out. Get rid of the B team and the under-19 squad in here for now. There we go. 43 appearances for Supreme Dave and Pablo Hulemo. You guys being pretty much front and centre, only missing a handful of games this season. I do think Supreme Dave he's definitely not... You've not hit the heights that you had last year. You are obviously still very key to the team, but last year, stepping up to the second division's had an impact, right? 27 goals and 12 assists has now become 8 goals and 9 assists. As the opposition get better. But overall, still a fantastic season. 42 appearances for Jake Mills. You've become pretty crucial on that left-hand side. Camero at centre-back. 41 for Playo and Perez. 40 starts for Garrido. 38 for Neeson at left-back, who's fighting with the man, the myth, the legend at left-back as well. So, we've got some ability and we've got some key performers in here. The highest average rating of the season was Matthew Harrison with his 26 substitute appearances. That is impressive. You're key off the bench, mate. You're doing really well on that left-hand side. You come off for Jake Mills on the left-hand side, but you have actually matched pretty much last season, but done it with a better average rating. 3 goals in last season and this season, 2 assists last season, 1 this season, 27 appearances. It's good. So we are giving game time to pretty much everyone. Alejandro Costa we're going to release on a free. Doesn't really have the ability to do it in the second division or the Segunda division. But yeah, at Liberge, you've been in and out of up to the first team, down to the B team, rotating a little bit. So we'll see how that goes next season. Hopefully go and get you a loan for a bit more football, I think. Victor Georges is another one. We've got him on the development list as well. See if we can get him out and about for a few more appearances. But generally, everyone's doing well. Goals-wise, 13 with Mr. Crimson Mori, as we know, and assist-wise is 9 with Supreme Dave. But again, we're spreading out the goals and the assists, which is nice. 13, 8, 7, 7, 7, 6. I mean, we've got... How many is that? That's what? 6 people? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 people that have scored more than 5 goals, which is nice. And we have a number... Again, I think it's 7 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people that have 5 assists or more. So we're doing a good job of sorting it out. Obviously, the ability of the squad is looking pretty decent. We've still got some weak ability players towards the bottom, but most of them do have high potential, like at Liberge as well. And then potentially, it's looking really, really solid. Matthew Bissett has dropped off a little bit in terms of his potential, but I think getting you a bit more game time, hopefully out on loan next season or in the first team, could be pretty good, because we don't want to see those flowing locks wasted, do we? We want to see some football, some action, and some progression in terms of development as well. But generally, most players are having very good progress in their progression, which is really good to see. I don't know if we sort by progress. So it is saying Eduardo Garrido at 21 years old is showing the best. I mean, that is one hell of a hell of an impressive progression. Attributes wise, if we look at all time, yeah, we've got a lot going up. Lots of physicals going up, which is key for these young players. Lots of mental as well. Technicals are actually taking a bit of a hit. So it's not too bad that we're seeing quite a bit of progression. Lots of lines going up, which is really, really good. Financially, we are in such a good position. £1.3 million is in our bank account, which is good. The board have already paid for the new stadium upgrades, which is needed as well. It was done with a bank loan, but that's not. I don't think that 6k a month is going to be nothing for what we're paying back. So there might even be a chance that we pay it back earlier than the 10 years that we've got. But they took a little loan out to upgrade the stadium by 500 seats, which is what they had to do. So not too bad there. We've put all of our budget into the wages to help us with the wage cost cap, just in case. But we are going to also ask for some facilities, and we'll improve our youth recruitment as well to try and get all of those done. And I've also asked for a coaching course, so we'll see how that goes. I guess generally looking at my profile then, attacking and defending is 11 apiece, not too bad. Tactical, technical, 11 apiece. Can't train goalkeepers, can't train fitness, can't train set pieces, can't train youngsters, which is a bit of a concern. Player knowledge 11, people management 12, motivating 11, not too bad. And high tempo, domestic players, under 23 players. I mean, I haven't signed anyone, so I don't know where these come. But I'm a strict disciplinarian as well, which is always good. £800 a week. Got a contract into the end of next season, so hopefully they renew that as well. But yeah, we're doing all right. We have got our National B licence. We do have a reputation of 2.5 stars. We haven't had any other clubs approach us for an interview this season, which is fine. I'm not too fussed about that, but it's normally a sign that you're doing things right when the bigger clubs come and interest you. The B team at the moment is still, I think, semi-pro, maybe amateur. Obviously, we've got players in there on full-time contracts, but they're training, which is always an indication of how they are training, or what level. Yeah, they can only train Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, or game on Saturday, Tuesdays and Thursdays, which means they're still either part-time or amateur. I think it's part-time. I think the B team is automatically part-time, but we'll have to wait and see. They're training Double-Headed Eagle. Is that what they're playing? They are still playing the Double-Headed Eagle. No. Let's get you playing. Let's get you playing Load. Let's get you playing Noah's Ark, please. Yeah, there we go. Play what the first team play. That's what we want to see. Although they're not in a proper division, they are still playing lots of games, like 47 appearances, 12 goals for Alphacoff. So yeah, it's interesting to keep an eye on them. And the under-19s, it's huge, our under-19 squad, but I don't mind. We'll be having a review of players that are probably never going to make it for the first team will go to the B team, so that the under-19s have a smaller squad that get a lot of game time when they're not loaned out, I think is what we'll do next season. But overall, it's been a good season. We've survived in La Liga Smart Bank, which is the wrong logo. Need to update that. It's La Liga Hypermotion for EA. But yeah, predicted to finish bottom, came 12th. We're safe. We're going to get loads more money incoming. Really need to get our facilities sorted, but as the money flows, that will happen naturally. And yeah, we crack on into next season. So thank you so much for watching. Leave your comments down below, and I'll catch you in the next one. For now, I'm out. Cheers.